What is going on, guys? My name is Mickey and welcome to the brand new YouTube channel, The Two True Blues. I've done this channel in collaboration with Alex Devonport, who is an extremely good friend of mine. I've known him for many years, maybe too many years. I'm joking, Alex. But yeah, I've known him for a very long time, and when he called me and said, let's start a YouTube channel, it is something that I could not say no to. This is a very exciting journey to start with, and I cannot wait to start. Yeah, I've been on many journeys, but I've got to admit, this has been probably the most exciting. It's a very good prospect, as what I said, I can't wait to get started. So this channel is mainly a Chelsea fan channel, due to the name, The Two True Blues. We'll be doing everything Chelsea. When we go to matches, we will be vlogging them and then posting them. And heads up, we do have another vlog on the way, Chelsea versus Olympique Lyonnais. Little spoiler alert, there is a penalty shootout, so make sure you check that out when it's uploaded. We will let you know when it is live, so don't forget to check that out. So when we do go to matches, we'll be vlogging them, as what I said, and then posting them. So I think our next match is in December, when we go to Chelsea versus Leicester City, the last match before Christmas. So cannot wait for that. Yeah, so other than the Chelsea vlogs, every now and then we'll do Q&As, we'll do debates about what's happened with Chelsea, if it's going bad, if it's going good, if it's going alright. We'll still talk about it. There's always stuff to talk about when it comes to Chelsea. There's always some controversy, so we'll look forward to that. Other than being 100% dedicated to providing you all with content to do with Chelsea, we will also be doing things other than Chelsea, such as if there's a big news story. The biggest news story so far, I think, this summer has been obviously Cristiano Ronaldo moving from Real Madrid to Juventus for 99 million. It was something like that. So if something like that did happen, we will be obviously filming, we will be debating it, and then obviously we want your opinions on it as well. If it isn't working, we won't do that. It's fine, as this channel is all to do with you guys. So we need your support. We need your commitment to the channel, and we also need your feedback, because we can't better ourselves if we don't know what we're doing wrong. So other than obviously Chelsea, we will be doing other things, debates, anything, if anything happens. If there is a big match, such as like the Champions Leagues, or if there's a big upset in the FA Cup, or even in the league, if Cardiff go to the Etihad and beat Man City, trust me, we'll be making a video on that. Yeah, so that is all the things that will be involved in this channel. If there is anything else that you guys want, if it's within our capacity, just let us know. We will try our absolute best to do it. And in Alex's video, if you have watched that, thanks guys. Do not forget to like and comment your comments on that. He did say everything about his passion for Chelsea, the matches he's been to, his favourite players, stuff like that. In this video, I will be doing the same, so stay tuned. Yeah. Okay, so I become a Chelsea fan in 2007. It's quite a long way away, quite a long time ago now. It's like 11 years ago. I cannot believe where the time has gone. 2007 does not feel like 11 years ago. If you did watch Alex's video, he did say why he became a Chelsea fan. And I've got to admit, mine isn't as impressive as his. I didn't have two Chelsea players come to my school. I didn't have Ashley Cole, didn't have Frank Lampard. Luckily for Alex, he did. But I have met the players, so I'm quite happy. Yeah, I become a Chelsea fan in 2007. One of the bad things about being a Chelsea fan in the 2000s is, as I'm quite young, I'm only 17, people always look at you And once you tell them you're a Chelsea fan, they look at you and say, oh, he's only there for the money. And, well, they're not right at all. I don't see money being a drawer to become football fans. You could just become a football fan, not go to any matches. But the fact that I put money into the club, obviously I've gone to a few matches now. Yeah, so there's the one bad thing about supporting Chelsea. But the reason why I did support Chelsea was in 2007, I was just starting to get into football, and I wanted a team that is always in the headlines, always making different news stories. And, well, Chelsea was in the news for a bad reason. We had just sacked Jose Mourinho, who was obviously a former manager. He's been with us twice, and even though he left in very bad circumstances and is now the manager of arch rivals Manchester United, I've got to admit he is my idol to football, and that is the main reason why I started supporting Chelsea, because he made that team. When Claudio Ranieri was there, he had the money, but he just didn't have the ambition to suit with Chelsea. Roman Abramovich, who was our owner, wanted to go big and wanted to go big fast. So Claudio Ranieri didn't suit that. So obviously when Mourinho joined Chelsea after he won the Champions League with Porto, obviously he won us the league in his first season, he won the league in his second season. The third season wasn't the greatest. I've got to admit we didn't win anything. But once he was sacked, obviously they was in the news at the time, sacked the most successful manager in their history, and I wanted to be a part of that team. Not the best circumstances, but it is what it is. I'm a Chelsea fan. There's nothing changing that now. My whole family is either West Ham or Arsenal. I've even got a Tottenham fan, so let's not mention that. So my favourite Chelsea moment is exactly the same as Alex's. It has to be the Champions League final in Munich. That is not the 2008 when John Terry slipped. That was a horrible, horrible season. We call that the unlucky season because the whole season was unlucky. Everything just went against us. We should have won at least 2 trophies. We were very unlucky in the Champions League final in 2008 in Moscow, where we lost to Manchester United due to a John Terry slip. But no, I am talking about the Munich Champions League final in 2012 when Roberto Di Matteo was the interim manager at Chelsea. He was only a stand-in after Andre Villas-Boas was sacked. It has to be the greatest moment for Chelsea, for me, even in Chelsea's history. There's nothing that can top that at the minute. Maybe our first title, because that was the first time in 50 years. No, the Champions League will not ever be beaten unless we win another one. But it'll always be the first Champions League that Chelsea have ever won. Hopefully we win another one. We probably won't at the minute, the way the squad's going. However, Maurizio Sarri is starting to get the team playing well. We played against Arsenal 1-3-2, and it was a very, very good match. I loved the way we played. So with the Champions League final, we were the underdogs. Bayern Munich, who was in the final against us, were actually at home at the final, the Allianz Arena. That was the Champions League final stadium that it was going to be held in, and the minute we were drew, we were written off. No one expected us to win. That is what I love about football. When no one expects you to win, you end up winning most of the time. And I've got to admit, I did not believe we could win it. You're optimistic, you're hopeful, but the real chances were next to nothing. So when Thomas Muller did score, I was gutted. I wasn't gutted, I was more disappointed because there was optimism. We wanted to win so much. We'd gone through a very extremely hard Champions League run, like the quarterfinals, semi-finals. Everything was hard. We made it hard for ourselves, but we got there. But when Thomas Müller scored, it was a real punch in the face, honestly. Yeah, but however, the king, Didier Drogba, he equalised from a corner, header, top corner. It was absolute brilliant header, unsavable. And obviously that took us to extra time. Obviously, we were all very, very nervous. Me and Alex were extremely nervous. And when Didier Drogba conceded the penalty, he went from hero to zero very, very fast. We did not know what he was doing. So Arjen Robben, who was actually a former Chelsea player, he took the steps up, and Petr Cech saved it. So Petr Cech saved the penalty, which kept us in it. It went to penalties, and obviously we won. So it's the happiest moment in my football life, in my Chelsea life. Same as Alex's as well. So my favourite player in the current Chelsea squad is obviously Eden Hazard. Yeah, what can I say about that man? He is absolutely sensational when he is on form. He was linked with a move to Real Madrid in the summer. However, that hasn't materialised. Hazard has confirmed that he is staying at Chelsea this year. So hopefully we can get him penned down to a new contract. That is a must. We need to get him penned down, otherwise he will get snapped up. And Hazard is one of them players you cannot replace. Whatever you do, you cannot replace. Unless you buy Neymar, Ronaldo, Messi, maybe Mbappe, maybe. I'm not sure he's quite on that level yet. But unless you buy them players, you're not going to get another Hazard. So we need to get him penned down. What I love about Hazard is that his close control dribbling. When he gets started, there's no stopping him. Messi is the only one better than him when it comes to dribbling. Messi said it himself. And I don't know how he does it. His turns, he just manages. He sees a gap, he goes for it, and 8 times out of 10, he gets through the gap, and he sets Chelsea up to win. He's played just under 50 minutes in 2 matches recently for Chelsea. Obviously, he did go to the World Cup, and after Kevin De Bruyne's injury for Manchester City, obviously we've got to look after us. We've got to look after our star. So hopefully that don't happen to him. So we're easing him back into the team. We've got Newcastle away, so he might not start that, but he should start the next game. Yeah, so that is my favourite Chelsea player of the current squad. My favourite Chelsea player ever. Okay, this is a very, very um, big label to have, because in football I have very high standards. Obviously I sit down and think about all these things, and people will always say, oh, it's Hazard, or is it Zola, is it Drogba? No, it's actually Frank Lampard, our record goal scorer. He come from nowhere. Honestly, I'm gonna say it now. Frank Lampard come from absolute nowhere. He was a promising youngster at West Ham, and back then that is all he was, another youngster just coming through the ranks. Probably wouldn't get that far, and obviously there is a video of Harry Redknapp defending Frank Lampard when he's about 17, 18 years old, and saying that he's going to go to the very, very top, and how right he was. He come to Chelsea as a nobody, really, but the talent was there. We were hoping that we could get the talent out of him by our managers, and boy did they. 211 goals in total for Chelsea. For a midfielder, that is absolutely sensational. Honestly, for a midfielder. I always say Gerrard and Scholes, but they never score 211 goals for one single club. Obviously, they've all played just for the one club, apart from Steven Gerrard. But he was majestic. He was the linchpin. He was the Kante, but also the Jorginho, and also even the Kovacic. He could do anything. The manager would say, okay, we need to park the bus. He'd park the bus with them. He'd say, okay, we need to go attack. He would attack. And he would do anything for Chelsea. However, there was a lot of controversy when, obviously, he did go to Manchester City. That was only a loan. However, it did hurt a little bit, especially when he scored. But it was a very, very professional job by Frankie. Yeah, it's quite sad, but he is currently managing at Derby. He has gone into management alongside Steven Gerrard, who has gone to Rangers in the Scottish Premiership. Okay, the Maurizio Sarri situation. We have played not a lot of games with Maurizio Sarri, but I've got to admit I have been extremely impressed by what he has brought to this team. Under Antonio Conte, we were very, very defensive, especially against the bigger teams. Manchester City, I cannot remember who it was. I think it was Jamie Redknapp said it was a crime for football what Antonio Conte did against Manchester City. I don't believe that. Manchester City are unstoppable, especially last season. Only a couple of teams beat them, and is quite extraordinary for how good they were. And all Antonio Conte was doing was his best to try and keep them at bay, but they were too good. So if we would have drawn or got a win, it would have been one of the scores of the season, because we would have defended against Manchester City basically. But yeah, obviously Conte was sacked in the summer. I do not believe he should have been sacked. He did absolutely nothing wrong. The players just weren't there for him though. Once again, same as Willian. Yeah, so Maurizio Sarri, I've been extremely, extremely impressed, especially our performance against Arsenal. We were very, very open at the back, but that will come at times. We've gone from a back five back down to a back four, so you haven't got that covering defender or spare defender or whatever you call it always there. So we were caught out a couple of times, but the future is looking up for Maurizio Sarri. My ambition for this season is honestly a top four finish. I do not believe we've got the team yet to go for the title or even the top 2, 3. However, if we finish fourth or even third at a push, I'd be extremely happy. It'd be nice to get back in the Champions League where Chelsea belong, where Hazard belongs, where Sarri belongs. Yeah, we hope we can get back there. That is my ambition for this season. Whether we can do it or not, it remains to be seen. But the stuff that I've seen from Sarri's team has been very promising. So if we keep, we're only going to get better. We've only been with him 4 weeks. So the future is looking up. Hopefully in the next 2, 3 seasons we can get back where we belong and win the title. However, I do not believe that we have the team yet. So just wanted to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone who has watched. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe to the Two True Blues. Obviously both me and Alex are doing this channel. There is a vlog on the way. Chelsea versus Olympique Lyonnais at Stamford Bridge. There is a penalty shootout, as what I said earlier. Do not forget to check that out. We'll let you all know when that is live. So stay tuned, subscribe for more, and yeah, come on you Blues.